Right. Hello, it's the Battleman here. Welcome back to the stream. We are currently going to be reacting to a video called The Future of Custom WoW, which is actually also the trailer for Ascension Season 3, Chapter 3 of the 6th season. 9th season. Interesting name for the video. I'm not sure what to expect, but I have a very strong feeling what it is. I would have reacted sooner, but the actual video came out basically when I was sleeping. Turns out. So, yeah. This is basically the earliest I could have reacted to it. Got some food and now I'm ready to react to it. They've been doing nothing but bangers for like the last few seasons. For like the last few, like season 9, every single chapter's been bangers. I wish I could play more, but I think it really just comes down to I can't find. It just gets boring after a while. I've played it so many times. But let's go.
Welcome, hero, to Ascension's first ever mega update. Today,
You've said this like multiple times.
we're going over everything happening with every part of Ascension Custom WoW, and we're
They're talking about updates to every single one of their projects. Oh. That's why.
each Ascension realm is going. Charge into Season 9 Chapter 3 with big updates to both classless realms. Balloon storms the Dark Portal, and Area 52 strikes back against the Legion in the Sunwell Plateau. But that's just the beginning. New adventure beckons. Big announcements for Conquest of Azeroth and a new realm dedicated to the original 9 classes are revealed in this video. All Ascension realms are bolstered with big new improvements, new dungeons, TBC mana storms, and an incredible new player experience to make getting started on all Ascension realms better. Whether you're a veteran, a returning player, new to Ascension, or even completely new to WoW, these updates ensure that you can jump in and play.
Was that a small Dictus reference? Nah, it couldn't have been.
All while distant shores approach. The air grows chill, hero. A new world awaits. Every new update in this video
There's Burning Crusade. I was expecting that.
comes together to move Ascension towards a larger vision, to expand and transform it into the hub for all things custom WoW, where all different kinds of custom Warcraft content can be created and thrive. New dungeons, raids, bosses, items, battlegrounds, arenas, quests, and more on all of Ascension's current and future realms. No matter how you want to play, whether you're on classless, COA, the original 9 class realm, any future league or season, or even things that haven't been invented yet, you'll find new allies, join in exciting adventures, and share in your love for Azeroth. Join us on this epic adventure. It starts right now as a loon moves in to TBC. Grab your dice and step through the Dark Portal, hero. Outland calls. Enter the Burning Crusade as a wildcard hero and harness new power. 10 new talent slots, more Scrolls of Fortune for all your specs, a brand new way to roll them super fast, and new archetypes to discover with
be helpful for me with how many times I've been re-rolling the same fucking classes for sake of fun.
Over 100 new spells and talents. Chapter 3 brings wild new potential for you to build crazy new archetypes and customize your wildcard hero. Challenge your build against Outland's dangers. 7 zones, 18 dungeons, 8 raids, and TBC mana storms to both realms. Will you rise to glory and bring your build to the peak of power, or fall to the dangers of a broken world? Welcome to Wildcard Burning Crusade. To overcome Outland's dangers, you're gonna need more scrolls. Whether you're perfecting a single build or playing multiple specs at once, Chapter 3 brings new ways for you to get more Scrolls of Fortune for all your specs. First, Cases of Fortune now always award a Scroll of Fortune to all of your specs, even ones you haven't unlocked yet. This makes finding Cases of Fortune in all content more valuable than ever before. Second, Prestige now awards more Scrolls of Fortune for every consecutive Prestige.
That will be useful.
Each time you Prestige, you'll get more Scrolls of Fortune than you got before. Third, there are times when you want to Prestige a build that you've used a lot of scrolls on. When you do, you'll be able to buy back all the scrolls you used on the build for Marks of Ascension, with the exception of Silas Darkmoon quests.
Interesting.
This means that every Case of Fortune you use is constant progress, even if you choose to Prestige that build down the line. With scroll buyback, you can Prestige a build that you've used.
But it still costs Marks of Ascension. It did look like it was cheaper, but it still costs Marks of Ascension. So it's just kind of a way to recycle old ones for the sake of being cheap. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. It did look like you could buy multiple of them. I think it did. The price doesn't go up. It looks like it was $375 each. We'll have to see.
Scrolls on, hit max level, and get them all back. Then use rapid rolling to launch yourself into something new. With so many scrolls, you're going to need a faster way to roll them. Chapter 3 brings you a brand new way to roll super fast. Introducing rapid rolling. Rapid rolling is a new optional rolling system that lets you roll extremely fast. First, choose the spells from your current build you want to roll off. Second, choose abilities or talents you want the dice to stop on. You can choose individual spells, or choose entire categories like stuns, mobility spells, or warrior abilities. If you do, rapid rolling will keep any ability of the category.
I like the fact that they added categories. I was actually thinking about that. It's like, do I have to go through every single individual ability to figure something out? No, you can. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that.
It finds while rolling. Additionally, you can even drop in an entire build link to the system. When you do, every ability in that build will be selected, and if the dice finds...
They actually added builds. Like, it was always kind of a meme because, like, how the hell do you build a wildcard? But no, they actually figured out a way to add builds to wildcard. Huh.
Any of that build's spells or talents, it'll stop and add them to yours. Choose what you want, double check what you're re-rolling, and go. Once you hit roll, rapid rolling will quickly roll through a set amount of scrolls, stopping on the spells or talents you selected and adding them to your build. As you use rapid rolling, you'll unlock the ability to roll more scrolls at once, letting you go even faster. Note that rapid rolling does...
Okay, trying to get abilities like... Why would they make you have to roll more in order to... I guess... So it's actually kind of funny. So Ascension really cares about the new person. And that is something that Vanilla WoW, Retail WoW, kind of forgot or like went way too hard in on, is like trying to bring in new people. But the way they're doing it is they're just making it so that they're less prone to making mistakes early on. And that does seem to be an issue. It's just kind of weird. You're really trying to cater to like old and the new. It's just kind of weird because they've been doing this for a while now, like probably since season 5.
Doesn't increase your chance to find the abilities you choose, but man, is it fast. As you gain more scrolls and roll them fast, you'll discover even more ways to power up your builds. Season 9's TBC unlocks wild new power for you to discover. Over 100 new spells and talents arrive on Elune. Both iconic spells from future expansions and also crazy, totally new spells that you won't find anywhere else. Odin's
Can't wait for you to steal them.
Fury, Hail of Arrows, Nether Portal.
Wait, go back.
Totally new spells that you won't find anywhere else. Odin's
Yo, Odin's Fury! Yo, this spell is so fucking good in Legion! Yo! I fucking love Odin's Fury! Oh, it's literally so fucking good for Fury Warriors! Oh, I need this. I'm gonna need this so fucking hard on my Titan's Grip build.
Fury, Hail of Arrows,
Fury.
Nether Portal, Drakh Crisp, Ravager, and Land Shark. Those are just 6 of over 100 new spells you'll discover in Chapter 3. Bring them into your existing builds, or use them as the foundation for crazy new archetypes. Many of these are new talents that support completely new playstyles, like Frost Archers and Arcane Paladins. As you forge new combinations, you'll put your build to the ultimate test. For the first time ever on a seasonal realm, you'll challenge the entirety of the Burning Crusade from start to finish, delving into raids no wildcard hero has ever seen. Hyjal Summit, Black Temple, and the Sunwell Plateau.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. They weren't even released until now, but, pop off. A little bit of an odd flex, but sure.
Beckon. As the chapter progresses, you'll experience each and their epic new mechanics with your crazy wildcard build. Level up, gather scrolls, roll them fast to unlock new archetypes, and prepare for an epic journey through the Burning Crusade. Then, if balance changes happen and they happen to affect your build, you can trust that your investment is safeguarded thanks to Gabriel Mule. Speak to this little guy when a balance change affects one of your spells or talents, and he can reset your build, restoring every scroll of fortune you've ever spent on it. Get all your scrolls back, then use rapid rolling to dive straight into something new. Before you go and make a new build, you can pick up any skill cards you might be missing with a new Dark Moon skill card UI. This new UI displays.
Can you pick up all of the cards now? Because it used to only be a certain few. This looks like you might be able to pick up all of them. That could be useful.
Displays more cards at once, as well as their cost and icon. There's also a search bar, making it quick and easy to find what you want. Finally, when you're looking for spells, sometimes you want the option to easily search based on what the spell does. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to see all crowd control, mobility, or even fear effects side by side so that you can find the one that's right for you? Now you can. Your character sheet now has a new browse icon. When you click it, you'll see spells and abilities based on a wide variety of categories and tags. This includes groups like core damage spells, mobility spells, buffs, debuffs, damage over time effects, crowd control skills, etc. Now,
that's gonna be so useful.
You can search for the types of abilities you want and see all available options side by side. The ability browser comes to both Elune and Area 52. In wildcard mode, it's a great way to discover what options exist so you can search for them with rapid rolling, or even slot them with skill cards. In free pick,
why do you keep on showing Land Shark? I get it's a meme, but stop showing Land Shark. We don't talk about Land Sharks.
You can use the browser to easily find and pick the perfect spell for your build.
Wait, hold on. Go back a bit. Rapid Stride Strike, Arcane Bolt, and Quickshot. Are these all new? Oh, hey, there's a gnome again. I don't know why, but apparently it's like a thing. It's like you can find, there's like, what is it, like 90 of these gnomes and you can find all of them? I'm not going to do that. I've never been good at treasure hunting, but are these all new level 1 spells? I mean, he's at Chillwind Camp, so I'm guessing not, but are these all new level 1 spells? Are they going to have new level 1 spells? That might help a lot with a lot of things.
Use the browser to the Sunwell Plateau. Joining forces with the Shattered Sun Offensive, you can tackle TBC's ultimate raid on both normal and heroic difficulty right now. No cap. Meanwhile, Mythic and Ascended difficulties are just on the horizon. As you and other free pick heroes challenge the Legion on higher difficulties, you'll come face to face with new original mechanics tailored to your collection.
I always had like an idea, if I ever was able to do the streaming stuff more often and I was able to like convince the Ascension devs, I would love to like do like either like kind of do what retail WoW does and do something like a dungeon invitation or realm first, like Sunwell Plateau. I think that'd be really cool, but also kind of a little bit derivative, and Blizzard might come after me for that one. But I think it'd be really cool if I could pull it off.
Colossal power. All difficulties feature a brand new custom boss, with Mythic and Ascended featuring additional new mechanics that merge seamlessly with original ones, so you can enjoy the raid as you remember it with new twists. No matter how you tackle the Sunwell Plateau, you can expect an epic experience in this legendary raid. Look forward to revamped loot and new tier sets and bonuses that will empower you like never before. Enter the Sunwell Plateau, hero, and bring the Legion's burning crusade to its end.
And here's wait. Are they finally releasing it? Is it actually being released? Oh, they might be fucking releasing this finally. Barbarian! Wait, what's the chicken one? Is that cowardice? I don't think I've seen that one yet. Finally releasing this.
Conquest of Azeroth recently reached its 60 phase on the closed alpha, bringing with it tons of epic updates. 21 new classes, 69 specs, all diving into endgame dungeons, raids, and challenges. The 60 phase brings epic class updates. The Son of Arugal transforms into the Blood Mage. Monk is now the Templar, and Demon Hunter becomes the Fellsworn. In addition, many classes receive a new 4th spec. Primalists can now unleash their fury as Mountain Kings, a dual-wielding tank that uses hammers to shake the earth and shatter stone. Starcallers can be...
A dual-wielding tank? Please calm down, I can only get erect enough.
Become Wardens, ancient jailers of demonic forces and masters of swift, sudden death. Sun Clerics can now specialize as Valkyries, wielding spears of holy light to dispense justice to the unrighteous. Witch Hunters can become Black Knights. Don your witch mail and a two-handed sword to deflect enemy attacks and cut monsters down. Venomancers can shapeshift into Viziers, poisonous healers that harness Shadra's dark magic to weave webs of healing on allies. And Blood Mages can now become the Accursed, using a corrupted form to weave in and out of battle as both a melee and caster damage dealer. All classes and specs continue to receive polish, like ensuring capstone effects are thematic and powerful. In addition, specs like Inspiration Guardian, Farstrider Ranger, and Ancestry Barbarian introduce new support specs into vanilla WoW. Additionally, new itemization ensures...
I've been trying to, in Conquest of Azeroth, I think I just started working on my Ancestral Barbarian. They seem really interesting.
Classes have necessary gear like spell power guns, ranged attack power wands, mail tank gear, and more. Then, Over 1,400 player-reported bugs were fixed last month on COA, and each of the class's abilities
Damn. Good job, guys.
and spells are constantly under improvement to make sure visuals are great and skills work as intended. COA is moving forward, and it's almost time for the next big step. Winter 2024 brings open beta weekends where everyone gets to jump in and give feedback on COA. Then, based on your feedback, COA will release in spring of 2025. Until then, emails containing alpha invites continue to go out, so add Ascension to your contacts and check your inbox to see if you get an invite. Azeroth beckons, and your conquest draws near.
Now this one's gonna be the interesting one.
Some believe this world has nothing more to offer. But one new spark can rekindle old fire. I must hunt soon. New power waits for you to wield it. New trials challenge you to conquer them. New mysteries long to be discovered. New legacies to build. Old adventure beckons you. The familiar woven anew. The dangers you thought you'd mastered hold new secrets to discover.
A new adventure awaits you. Bronzebeard is a brand new upcoming realm where you'll play as any of the original 9 classes and embark into an expanded Azeroth, progressing through the entire Warcraft trilogy, Vanilla, TBC, and Wrath of the Lich.
This wasn't quite how I was planning them to release release Wrath of the Lich King, but pop off King.
Lich King. Enter the world as a warrior, mage, rogue, hunter, shaman, warlock, priest, paladin, and druid with new race and class combinations, new spells and talents, and mystic enchantments tailored to the original classes to unlock specs you've never been able to play in vanilla before. Play the way you remember and in brand new ways, and challenge all of Ascension's Classic Plus content. Introducing Bronzebeard. Bronzebeard is a realm where you'll explore new quests, new professions, over 2,000 new items, new spells, new dungeons, enhanced raids, both new and upgraded battlegrounds and arenas, and even entirely new ways to play like hardcore trials, adventure mode, or the Mana Storm. On Bronzebeard, you'll discover more ways to play the classes you love than ever before. Play new race and class combinations like Troll Druid, Human Hunter, Night Elf Mage, and more. Harness the power of TBC and Wrath spells in vanilla to unlock new playstyles, ensuring specs like Arcane Mage and Retribution Paladin can thrive. And discover new talents added to the base Wrath of the Lich King talent trees to bolster specs that didn't have support. Holy Priest gets new talents like Afterkindling, Blessed Vengeance, Radiant Fury, and Divine Accuracy so that you can play the smite build you've always wanted. Hunter gets talents like Relentless, Deadly Focus, Savagery, or Hunting for Sport to open up a true melee survival build. Or harness two-handed weapon specialization for enhancement shamans to unlock new two-handed playstyles.
Two-handed shamans.
That's just the surface of new spells and talents that support brand new ways to play your favorite class. You'll also customize your champion with a new Mystic enchantment system tailored to the original 9 classes. Unlock artifact quality enchantments to harness a variety of powerful cooldown spells for each class. Mass invisibility for mages, smoke bomb for rogues, and avatar for warriors are just a few of the artifact spells you'll uncover for each class. Then, discover legendary enchantments that put colossal power where you want it. From passive power like Marksmanship Mastery and Spreading Tide, to devastating new spells like Cremation and Colossus Smash. Epic Mystic enchantments augment your abilities in unique ways, teaching you new spells and abilities, changing how existing spells work, or granting powerful passive power. Spells like From the Shadows for rogues and One with the Light for paladins are found there. Finally, rare enchantments give you access to early talents and secondary trees like Spell Impact, Cruelty, and Deep Wounds. Rare enchantments allow you to access talents you wouldn't have been able to choose otherwise with only 51 talent points, allowing you to go all the way down a tree and still get the essential talents you need from your adjacent trees. This helps you complete your rotation and unlocks even more ways to play your class. These Mystic enchantments are tailored to the original 9 classes, both opening up new ways to play and supporting classic ways to play. Whether you want to explore something new like a Crimson Defender Paladin, or play a classic raw Fire Mage, you'll find enchantments that bolster your favorite playstyle. But that's just the beginning. On Bronzebeard, you'll dive into all of the content Ascension has built over the past 8 years. New quests, new items, Mythic plus Vanilla dungeons, expanded mechanics for raids, new world bosses, new maps for your favorite battlegrounds and arenas, and even brand new content that'll be revealed a little bit later in this video are all on the horizon. As Ascension continues to create new content and expand, you'll have even more ways to explore the world you love. Get ready to dive into adventure, hero. The original 9 classes await, and more information is coming soon.
Alpha is in winter.
Ascension has been around for 8 years now, and has accumulated
The old times. Oh man, but no, I was gonna say before, yeah, I was talking about this, how like new player experience was a thing, so we're gonna go back. And they're like really trying to focus on it, which is really interesting. Maybe I should contact someone like Uber Danger. Hell, maybe now that they're like having Classic Plus, maybe I should contact fucking Jokers if he wants to try and go for World First in Ascension. That one's a joke. Kind of.
Ascension has been around for 8 years now, and has accumulated a lot of changes over that time. Many of them have been great for the game, but aren't exactly intuitive for new players. The more these changes pile up...
Ah yes, Murlocs. I had a guildmate called QT who's obsessed about finding Murlocs and recruiting them to his guild. I wonder if he's still... And he's also probably one of the top 10 people funding the fucking server. I actually asked him straight up, like, how much money did you put into this game? He straight up responded, I'm not telling you, because I feel shame.
The harder it becomes for new adventurers to get started on Ascension. So with Chapter 3, Ascension zooms out and takes a look at the entire experience from the beginning to endgame, so that no matter what Ascension realm you're playing, getting started is easy and the community can grow. For the past 6 months, we've been reaching out to players who quit the game. We asked them why they quit and what would have made the experience better. Turns out, most of them quit before level 3, which was a punch to the gut, but we're recovering. The main problem new adventurers ran into were a general lack of clarity on where to go and how to play, confusion around choosing abilities and knowing what works well together, and not being able to just jump in and play the game. This culminated in the Newcomer Overhaul. The Newcomer Overhaul brings 8 big changes to Ascension's starting experience to get new adventurers in-game and playing. It starts with client.
I actually kind of want to talk about that. So, what did they say? Clarity? Yeah, Ascension's always been, like, diving into the deep end. Then again, this is a WoW private server, and it's still, WoW is still, like, a really old MMO. Like, really old MMO. So it's not the most intuitive at baseline, much less something this involved. And lack of clarity of where to go, once again, well, original WoW. And it's like, the inability to just jump in and play. My brother and God, you are playing an MMO! What did you expect? You think you're just gonna be like Call of Duty, you could drop it to a server? Like, what did you expect? I get that they're trying to change it, but it feels like literal skissue to me.
And streaming to get you in-game fast. Then, it revamps character creation with new archetype choices so that you can start playing fast.
Now that's interesting. I saw that before. I was like, wait, are they adding like... Yeah, it looks like they're actually adding... like things that start like that. That is really interesting.
It adds new in-game tutorials for adventurers who need them, shows you where to go with the new super tracker, overhauls starting zones to make them better with more stuff that you need, introduces a compendium to teach newcomers all about Ascension, improves the mentor system so that you can ask veteran heroes questions when you need help, and introduces a build inspect feature so that you can see what others are doing and learn the ins and outs of how to make builds on custom WoW. It's a lot, but it's all super intuitive. Let's dive in.
I'll let the pop off for a bit.
First, a new client streaming feature lets you start playing even while the game is still downloading. This reduces the time it takes new players to get in game for the first time by a whopping 95%. Second, you now have an epic new way to create characters on Area 52. You can now choose archetypes at character select.
Okay, so it's Area 52 only, which I'm gonna guess a lot of people probably like played Area 52 when they said they got really confused, which is fair.
When you click the new Choose Archetype button, you'll be prompted to choose a role and playstyle. Once you do, you'll see epic classless builds pulled from the hero architect based on your choices. Pick one, and you'll enter the world as that archetype with everything you need to start playing.
So, interestingly enough, they did actually have like a build challenge mode, which I'm gonna guess they probably took these builds from that challenge mode. I can tell you, as a person who's played this game a lot of those builds suck. But they do teach you mechanics and how to play the game. So for a new player, they're perfectly fine. But for someone who's played a lot, I can just see how many inoptimizations there were to most of these builds. Like, a lot of them. But, hey, they're not for me. They're for new players.
As you level, you'll automatically learn more of your archetype's spells, talents, and mystic enchantments. This takes the stress out of getting started and lets you focus on the adventure. Pick a theme, pick an archetype, and start playing. Of course, if you're a veteran player or someone who loves theory crafting, you can build your hero from scratch. By choosing free pick at character select, you can leap into Ascension and start building your hero with new tools. This is part of Ascension's focus on making systems that are good for both new heroes and veterans. If you want to pick an archetype, you can. If you'd rather build a hero from scratch, you can do that too. Play the way you want, hero. That's what Ascension's all about. Some new adventurers have never played WoW before, but still want to give Ascension a shot. For them to succeed, the game needs fundamental tutorials that teach things like basic movement, talking to quest givers, and using keybinds to cast spells. Now, Ascension has all that. You can now choose your preferred starting experience at character creation. When you finish making your character, you'll be prompted to choose New to WoW, New to Ascension, or Ascension Veteran. New to WoW enables all new tutorials, including the basics like moving, attacking, and using abilities. It also enables Ascension-specific tutorials like how to pick abilities, how to rank them up, how to unlearn skills, etc. New to Ascension only enables the tutorials specific to Ascension, like learning and unlearning skills. Ascension Veteran disables all tutorials because you clearly know what you're doing. Pick the right choice for you, and tailored tutorials will help you master the game fast. Once you're in game and you know how to play, you need to know where to go. Whether that's to the next quest giver, where the monster you need to kill is, or even getting back to your body when you die. Enter the Super Tracker. The Super Tracker is a new tracker that shows you exactly where to go for things like quests, points of interest, and even getting back to your body.
So this is already in the game. And I think this was also a feature that started adding in World of Warcraft around Cataclysm? I think Cataclysm or WoD. I didn't play WoD, but I think this was in Cataclysm. It's extremely useful. I think it's actually a add-on for, I mean, it's also a lot of modded add-ons for like quests as well. So this is just nice.
It gives you a clear, visually distinct destination marker to run towards, so you can get to where you're going. It also helps keep you in the world without needing to open your map every few seconds just to make sure you're on the right path. Just start tracking, follow the marker, and play. The Super Tracker works for most quests in-game, including callboard quests. You can change the quest you're tracking at any time by clicking on your objectives. Additionally, the Super Tracker isn't dependent on which tutorial you choose at character select. Everyone has it by default, and you can toggle it off if you don't want it. So, you choose a badass archetype, get in-game fast, know how to play, and know where you're going. These next few changes make the starting experience feel great. First, you'll notice a lot less distracting NPCs in starting zones. Malik the Courier isn't there anymore because you now get items sent through him automatically upon logging in. In addition, Stony Tark now offers the rewards for both build draft and trials, so his friends have returned to
There's what I was talking about build draft. So, yeah.
Blackrock Mountain. This reduces clutter and makes sure that the NPCs that newcomers see in starting zones are actually relevant to them. Second, if you choose any of the Tame Pet skills like Tame Beast, Tame Dragon, or Tether Elemental, you'll notice you now have a distinct pet based on your race. Small details like this make your choices more fun, meaningful, and unique. Third, you'll find starting zones now have new class trainers for all classes. Like tameable pets, these class trainers are tailored to the zones they're in to be a living, breathing part of each starting zone. Fourth, you'll find your inventory naturally expanding and getting bigger as you complete quests. Starting quests now award bags, and bags get bigger as you move to quests in the next zone.
Yep, this is an extremely nice change because the only other option was farming kobolds. Thank you.
You can also expand your sack further, as both innkeepers and general goods vendors now sell bags as well.
They always used to, but I feel like they changed that. And then they brought it back.
Finally, while you and your massive sack are out adventuring, you'll find vendors now have a wider array of gear, such as guns, crossbows, and more. With new realms like Conquest of Azeroth and Bronzebeard on the horizon, these new weapons will help outfit different classes and playstyles. Sixth, you'll find that many quests now have better, more convenient turn-in locations. For example, instead of trekking back to Goldshire after defeating Hogger, you can now complete
Thank you. Yeah, I noticed this when I was doing leveling. Yes, you could go back to him to Hogger now. Thank you.
that quest at Westbrook Garrison. This cuts down on your travel time and helps you get immersed in your adventure. Finally,
They also moved the person in the Northshire area outside the keep, so you can actually just ride up to him on your mount and you don't have to go inside the keep every single time. So nice.
you'll have an even better experience navigating the open world with new novice riding. A 40%
Yeah, they added 40% riding.
mount speed riding that you can learn right at level 1 for free. New riding trainers and starting zones also offer free basic mounts. Combined
Now, normally I would complain about that because just giving riding for free is kind of bullshit. But because of how this game works, whenever you prestige, you usually get your max riding at level 1 anyway. So at this point, I'd rather have them have at least something that makes you feel a little bit less bad when you see people 100% speed mounts just running around you in the starting area.
with new flight masters that take you swiftly from starting zones to your next town like Goldshire or
That's also useful.
Razor Hill.
I fucking see you now.
Moving through Ascension's open world is better than ever before. Tutorials that teach you how to play and extra speed through the world is great, but what about Ascension's custom systems? The new Ascension Compendium replaces the Path to Ascension questline as a complete walkthrough of all Ascension's main features. The Ascension Compendium is a new quest chain located right on your UI. When you click it, It'll open up a tome of Ascension-specific quests that have everything you need to know about Ascension's essential features. These quests direct you to things.
Make sure to do the quests at the level that they are at, otherwise you're going to be spending fucking multiple prestiges trying to do the same crap.
Things like early level mounts, and feature keywords that you can use to learn stuff you don't know. From how to choose your primary stat, to where to find and how to equip mystic enchantments, the Ascension Compendium has tons of useful info. And it's not just for new players. The Compendium also lets you know important information, like when your gear is good enough to tackle certain content like raids. It ensures that your allies are competent, informed, and ready to participate.
Having the gear does not make you competent or ready to raid. I can tell you from experience. Better than nothing, though.
You can open the Ascension Compendium right from your UI. Once opened, you can accept, turn in, and collect rewards for quests. Complete quests, get rewards, and master Ascension's custom systems. Finally, there are different tabs on the bottom so that you can swap between the main Path of Ascension quest chain, PvE-related quests, PvP-related quests, and the new mentor system. Sometimes it's easier to ask for help than it is to complete a quest. In fact, many newcomers prefer to just outright ask a veteran for help. With the new mentor system, you'll know exactly who you can ask when you need a bit of guidance. Heroes who complete the entire Path of Ascension questline can opt into becoming mentors. Once you do, you can choose from a list of what kind of mentor you are, from things like dungeon and raid mentors to even build mentors. If you're a mentor, new players can find you in the Mentor tab of the Ascension Compendium and can ask questions to get great advice. If you're a new player, you can use the Mentor list to find mentors who will help you learn about Ascension. Reach out to them with any questions you might have. The Mentor tab helps.
Does Retail WoW have something like that? Because Retail WoW, I feel like, could massively benefit from that.
Helps newcomers learn fast, master Ascension, and creates a better community for everyone. Finally, a new Build Inspect feature makes learning the game possible. With Build Inspect, you can right-click on other heroes to inspect their builds. This helps you learn about
That's actually really fucking useful.
strong skills and
This can also be used to BM people, but on that same token, in the exact same way, it can also be used to be like, okay, how is your build so shit? Let me look. Why the fuck do you have fire abilities on a physical build? No, it doesn't increase your critical rate. Stop. It's spell crit, for fuck's sake. Alright, enough of that.
combinations, how to make better builds yourself, and demystifies the challenging process of creating builds entirely from scratch. Build Inspect will help more heroes on Ascension have better, stronger builds. This gets you stronger allies, grows the community, and makes the game better for everyone. While some players would prefer to hide their builds, hiding information necessary to play the game, or even hiding bugs and exploits isn't good for the community, and it's not good for the game. Besides, it takes more than a build to be a top player. There will still be endless opportunities to show off your skill.
Thank you! Having the best build in the game doesn't make you the best. It makes you a meta whore. Developing your skills through playing some of the better builds, or just playing the game more with things you are comfortable with and are knowledgeable of, makes you better at the game. Just play what you fucking want. Play a game you feel comfortable with. It's so frustrating with this because in Path of Exile, my friend White's like, oh, you don't like playing this game because you never really get to the end game content where everything is super hard. It's like, let's do like a meta build. It's like, no, I don't want to play the fucking meta builds because the meta builds are dumb and stupid and I don't like them. Just this last season, we went with a Rage Cleave build, and even though I was only able to get to like the starting end game bosses, I was able to do the end game bosses with a build that was considered very inoptimal, and I loved it. And then the second I had to switch to a build where someone, like one of the best players in the game made, and basically followed it to the T, I lost all interest. Play the way you want. Play the game the way you want to play it. And I guarantee you, from the bottom of my heart, you will have not only more fun, but you will develop more skill and knowledge and be better at the game than people who literally just follow a meta. I promise you. From a person who's played video games like MMOs their entire life, I can assure you that is how power is obtained. Not through meta, but through experience.
From big quality of life improvements to the small but meaningful details, these changes culminate in a starting experience that feels great. Whether you're an original class, a COA champion, or a classless hero, once you're in-game, you'll be getting immersed in your adventure, doing quests, getting stronger, and having adventures together.
Though, with that being said, rip in peace for the gatekeepers.
The crypts beneath Karazhan have remained sealed for centuries. Magna Age Wind's wards prove almost impenetrable, but even the greatest mage's seals wane. And when the Guardian's wards fall, it's up to you to defeat the darkness trapped inside. Welcome to the Karazhan Crypts.
This is a new dungeon. Now, granted, it looks like it's using like similar enemies, but then again, when as WoW ever not reused certain mechanics.
Karazhan Crypts is a new original dungeon in one of the most iconic unused locations in Azeroth. Now swarming with evil forces, the dungeon features custom creatures, original bosses, and new treasure. You can challenge it at 60 and at 70, and the loot you find scales to your level. Look forward to facing incredibly unique new mechanics and overcoming the crypt's deadly trials. This dungeon is just the beginning of expanding Azeroth into a better, more robust Classic Plus.
Something I love about Ascension. They're not afraid of saying, look, there are so many unused areas, so many unused assets in this game. Or like just so many things that just aren't used, or like we can make WoW better. We can make the base game better. And like there's an entire area of crypts that is like used for like one quest line, and it's this massive labyrinth, and it's just not being used. Fuck it, let's throw a dungeon down here and see what happens.
Experience. Not only will Ascension continue to make use of these.
That also means you can make dungeons. I mean, it's not that hard theoretically. It's just instance usage, but like, oh boy.
Iconic unused locations, but it also hopes to expand existing locations. Deep below the ominous Black Rock Mountain lays a series of winding caverns tunneling through its heart. Shrouded in darkness and filled with danger, these forgotten halls are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of those who once sought refuge within its depths. Now, its mysteries lay forgotten until you enter its depths. Welcome to Black Rock Cavern.
Black Rock Caverns is one that's already in the game. And as fun as it is, there's a certain mechanic that so many people die on. Because they don't know what the idea of absorbing beams are. Oh well.
Black Rock Caverns is the second new dungeon to enter Ascension. This faithful recreation includes the bosses, mechanics, and items that you're familiar with, all tuned for a vanilla setting. Challenge its dangers, win its spoils, and discover new ways to equip your champions on all Ascension realms. With 5 new bosses to defeat and 30 brand new items to explore, Black Rock Caverns will take your adventure to new heights. The goal of these new dungeons is to massively expand the adventures that you can have in Azeroth at all times during your journey. They'll be available at both 60 and 70, scalable with Mythic Plus, including loot, and eventually...
I wonder, so there's a portal that was always been in Stormwind, and it was supposed to be for a dungeon that never came out, probably similar to how they had Woodland Caverns in Orgrimmar, but they just never made the dungeon. I wonder if they can do something with that. We'll find out.
Introduced to the Mana Storm as well. Leap into the portal and surge into new adventures as the Burning Crusade enters the Mana Storm. As wild magic sweeps through 15 TBC dungeons and 11 new custom boss encounters, you can experience the Mana Storm on both Elune and Area 52. For the first time ever, challenge the Mana Storm as a free pick hero, putting your build to the test as you enter the storm on—
Oh, they never had, that's right, they never had Mana Storm on free pick. Oh, they're gonna have fun!
on Area 52. Then, wildcard heroes can continue to face the Tempest with new dungeons and encounters as Elune moves into TBC. TBC Mana Storms introduce 15 Burning Crusade dungeons to the storm. In addition, there's 11 completely new encounters for you to discover. As always, Mana Storm dungeons scale to your level, allowing you to encounter them at any point in your adventure. Storm the Hellfire Ramparts at level 20, dive into the Underbog at 31, and find your favorite, most handsome, beloved gnome well before level 70. TBC Mana Storms come to both Elune and Area 52, so you can now explore the storm across all Ascension realms. Whether you're a seasoned hero or new to the chaos, now is your chance to gather your allies, fill up your potions, and charge head first
Couldn't you do Archetypes before level 70? I thought you could do it at 68. I could be wrong on that.
into the storm. Leap into the arena and challenge other heroes to lethal combat, earning your way to incredible PvP weapons and armor. 4 brand new arenas and 4 HD versions of the ones you know and love arrive to all realms with Chapter 3. These new arenas keep the characteristics of those you're familiar with, but offer new environments for you to prove your might. Additionally, modern HD versions of Blade's Edge, Nagrand, and more bring a bit of modern flair to your fights. Charge into combat and earn your place amongst legends in 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 combat. Look forward to them with Chapter 3. Next up, hero, Chapter 3 brings a few big updates to Ascension in general to enhance the ways you play. First, you'll find a new optional camera setting that changes the way your camera interacts with objects. Rather than snapping to your character when you run behind walls, this new setting simply makes the camera stay put, allowing a more steady view as you run behind obstacles.
I'll be picking that up.
Second, you can now enjoy a big change to the transmogrification wardrobe. This essential UI has been completely rewritten so that it loads faster, filters faster, and so much more. Duplicate items have been pruned, a bunch of bugs got fixed, and memory usage got reduced by like a whopping 97%, which lowers the chance of your client crashing when you're transmogging.
Once again, good job.
It makes using the transmog system better so that you can look the way you want, which is cool.
I also heard transmog was down for a bit. I guess we found out why.
Fourth, you can now use the Dungeon Finder starting at level 10, down from 15. This puts it adjacent to Battlegrounds and Mana Storm.
Thank you. It was so annoying you couldn't do dungeons at 15. Or dungeons at 10. You had to wait till 15 when you could do Battlegrounds and Mana Storms. This will also stop people from going to Battlegrounds when they obviously should not be.
Queues, which were already available at level 10. This change ensures that you can play however you want as soon as you hit 10, whether that's dungeons, battlegrounds, or the Mana Storm. It's one more way to make sure you can play the way you want. Additionally, all TBC dungeons are now available between levels 58 and 70, so your queue times are quick and you can jump right into the action. Get ready to dive into the next chapter of Ascension, heroes.
Though, I mean, you can pick them, but that will be hard for doing dungeon quests in a... I mean, it was always interesting and hard to do dungeon quests, but I guess that does emphasize buying head. Buying head.
New adventures are just around the corner. The Sunwell Plateau is live on Area 52, and with the Legion's fall, Ascension's focus turns towards Wrath of the Lich King, and it's coming in 2025. A frozen world awaits you, hero, a world teeming with danger and excitement. When you reach Northrend, you'll step into a land of the living dead, filled with terror, ancient secrets, and iconic challenges. The wrath of the damned blights this land, and soon, TM, it'll be up to you to stop it. Ascension's Wrath of the Lich King is a faithful recreation of one of Warcraft's greatest expansions. With its release, you'll level to 80 and experience...
You know, I didn't really even think about that, but that's probably one of the reasons they spent so much time and effort. Granted, it took a long time to get Burning Crusade fully done too, but it's probably one reason that they didn't, like, they spent so much time on Wrath of the Lich King, because they know, look, there are two types of people. The people who love Burning Crusade, and there are people who love Wrath of the Lich King. But the people who love Wrath of the Lich King are way far surpassing those who love Burning Crusade. And they're like, we have to nail this. We can't fuck around with this. So them taking like, I think they're up to 5 years now with this, 4 or 5 years, to really perfect the idea of Wrath of the Lich King, honestly kind of respectful.
Against the zones, creatures, and quests you know and love. You'll dive into iconic dungeons with added Mythic and Mythic Plus difficulties. You'll wage war in Strand of the Ancients and Wintergrasp.
Please don't re-add Strand of the Ancients. Strand of the Ancients is literally the worst fucking... No, please, no. Do not add back Strand of the Ancients. I know it's part of the game. I get it. Please, for the love of all that is holy, do not bring back Strand of the Ancients.
And you'll challenge raids enhanced with custom mechanics or even new additional bosses. But that's not all. There's more. From new rare creatures and world bosses to entirely new zones for you to explore, and even brand new ways for you to play. You'll experience it all on Classless, and eventually in Conquest of Azeroth.
So that's really interesting, because I recognize one of those zones. One of those zones is specifically the bog from Battle for Azeroth, which makes me wonder if they're gonna be because you know they're not gonna be going up to Battle for Azeroth, and I know this already because they also added it in Mana Storms too. There's a few things in Mana Storms that are Legion exclusive or Burning Crusade or Battle for Azeroth exclusive. In order to add new content, are they going to be taking different assets and different maps from expansions that I'm surprised they even have access to? Like, they have access to Battle for fucking Azeroth. I didn't even know that was possible. But it really does make me wonder if they're going to be doing that. If they're going to be doing that, this is going to be really interesting real quick. Because that means people will be able to play content for add-ons that people still play. This is gonna get interesting.
And the original 9 class realm.
When I say add-ons, I meant for expansions that people still play or still pay for in retail.
And on Classless, while you're exploring an expanded Northrend, Death Knight abilities will be yours to wield. Unlock new archetypes as you fuse the power of Blood, Frost, and Unholy into your build. You'll harness spells like Death Grip, Death and Decay, and Army of the Dead. Imbue their strength into your build to enhance your
fuck Death Knight, fuck Death Grip
favorite archetypes, or be the first to create something entirely new and challenge all of Northrend's dangers. Look to the horizon, hero. Northrend calls.
That does make me curious, though. I've not played Wrath of the Lich King Alpha. Can you start in the Death Knight starting zone? Because that's the case, and people can start at level 58. Which really makes me curious how that's going to work.
Moving forward, Ascension will focus on making content that improves all Ascension realms. Whether you love Free Pick, Wildcard, Draft, Conquest of Azeroth, or the original 9 classes, you can expect features that improve all Ascension's realms. New dungeons, new items, new rare creatures, new craftables, new professions, bosses, places to explore, and even new expansions or something entirely different.
That's custom made. Those are just overlying art assets, but where is that? That's custom made. Where is that?
All of this will come together to create a robust, expansive Azeroth that goes beyond Classic Plus. Ascension is becoming a hub for custom WoW, so that you can find, play, and enjoy Warcraft in the ways that are meaningful to you. There's a lot planned. Join us as we push towards new horizons. Thanks for tuning in to the Ascension Mega Update. We'll see you, Hero, for the next generation of custom WoW.
Pre-charge updates live now. Okay, I actually thought they're gonna add a cheeky gnome at the end because they're like. Oh boy, I'm really just... Whew. Only has a Brunswick community once. Oh boy. So, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the screen off. As for thoughts, oh boy. Now, they said it was a mega update, and I guess a future custom WoW makes a lot more sense now. But like, they just condensed what is probably literally years and years of you know, development into what is basically a 40-minute video. A completely new, obviously adding to Burning Crusade, upgrade to Loon, blah blah blah. Adding completely new bosses, like another new dungeon. Oh boy. Give me a second. I do want to pop on the... Those into Burning Crusade October 11th. They already added all those updates. I mean, they already had some of them applied, but yeah. Oh, I want to look at that. That was 2 months ago. Nice. Well, okay. Let me pop this on and see if there's anything that's well. Yeah, adding builds, that's the thing. Yeah, we already knew about Mule. Works. Oh, we should probably put on some music. Just put on some music. We'll read this. Scroll buyback system's gonna be really interesting.
Get ready to crush, kill, destroy.
Golden Frost, Archer, yeah. Okay, they're obsessed about land shark. Let's read this. Mark all locations. I mean, land shark the main targets. So rates on fixation. Usable wall shape. Land shark feels reduced damage of 5 of more targets. Mark the location something a land shark really does. Interesting. Burst, overwhelm. I remember overwhelm being a thing. Yeah, I remember this being a thing in Cataclysm. I think is when he started adding overwhelm to arms warriors. Interesting. So this is the way to increase pet builds. Two damaging casts of dragon breath. Dragon breath modifiers. Interesting. Carnation is a power for 10 seconds. Mangle cancer. It's a 1 minute cooldown, but it's only for 10 seconds. I'm not sure how useful that'll be. Steed, Saw, Fest. Spellstorm damage applies Infest deals 500 spell damage and applies a moonfire or insect storm if known every 1 second for 10 seconds. These uses hurricane modifiers? 30-yard range. This would be a really nice way to apply AoE Moonfire that doesn't require lunar fucking spirits. Target casting other targets also trigger target marking potential. Ooh, that would be brutal on PTP. 1 minute cooldown and hurls 2 glaives target. Showing these 2 glaives. Gyres. Neat. One-handed only. Hatred, Ravager, whirling weapon at the target. Cooldown. I feel like this is. I feel like I remember Ravager. Balance nature periodic effect during eclipse, solar balance arcane periodic effect during eclipse lunar. So it does feel like they are using Moonfire just to play other things, which kind of sucks because I always wanted to see how strong it can make Moonfire, but it seems like it can't really make it particularly amazing. As much as I'd love to. Shadow Blades, Moon. Reduces the cooldown side during eclipse life by 60%. This will occur any cooldown on the eclipse effect, which means you can. It's a 2-minute cooldown, but you can pop this and have both lunar and solar eclipse at the same time. That's insane. And it doesn't use the cooldown of that, which means once they're over, you can either just do lunar and solar again. You can get right back to your rotation. Oh, it requires one-handed melee weapons. They knew. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, they knew. Oh, they knew you'd be using this for Titan's Grip. Damn it. Oh, Single Mind Fury wins again, you motherfucker. Unleash power deals to the main hand whip damage of Titan. Your offhand causes additional physical damage for seconds, causing next to bloodthirst, motion strikes, or wounds. 50% increased damage. Increased damage. You motherfucker! Shadow Flame. Shadow Flame. All the ascent. Directly damage or periodic damage on attacks keeping respective powers. Interesting. That's what happens when we eat cheese all the time. I need to be right back. Alright, I'm back. That's a good rest. He's kind of it. Consumes your lightning shield and creates charge on a random deal. Interesting. What's the lightning shield charge? Support. Usable in bear form and trigger any other effects. So that would be really useful for Thunder Bear. Yeah, I don't know anything about fucking healing in this game, like at all. Right. Flurry of Spears, Finish, Success, Infinity Zone. Uses Siege Breaker modifiers. Curse Forms. Seal of Arcane Wrath, that goes into the Arcane Paladin idea. Frenzy. Hill of Arrows. Rapid Regrowth. I do need to keep my eye on time because I do have to go to work today. Rejuvenation. Rejuvenation spells now benefits from spell haste. That's fucking huge. Ascend Frenzy. Maelstrom. Actually, wait, hold up. I just fucking realized. Rejuvenation Regrowth. If I remember correctly, one of the best healers in this game, Marigold, is a fucking nature druid. He's gonna get so hard over this. He's gonna be so happy about that. Because I remember he's a rejuvenation healer. Yeah, he's usually a tree healer. Open grounds, Talent Strike. Interesting. What damage to get you? 6 more damage. Interesting. I'm gonna need to make an execute style build because you can also get sudden death. You can also make it so sudden death triggers a lot more. It'd probably be an arms build if I was gonna experiment with that. Or blade. Flame Nova. Flame Sense is interesting. Flame Nova. Fire Nova explodes up to 5 targets affected by your flame shot. Huh. Something I am learning is that they really want you to try and synergize things instead of using one ability. That's why I always knew it's like how much damage you could do with X or Y. I knew it was never going to be good, but I always wanted to see how much you could do, and the answer for a lot of my ideas was not much. But there are some really cool ideas that you can pull off if you're just smart about it and not doing stupid stuff like me. Hunter shots now trigger cold shot. Duration of cold shot cannot be refreshed, so you have to reapply it every time. Affected by your critical check. Always affected by execution sentence. Mercy. Interesting. Why are you trying to make one of the light users stronger? They're already broken. Why do you keep making them stronger? Stop it. Stop making him stronger. Stop making my grandfather stronger. He's become too powerful. Stop praying for him. Vanguard. Oh, that's actually pretty neat. High threat nature damage. I guess that kind of goes in the idea of they're trying to kind of do like a nature warrior thing. It looks like. Fatal Vanguard. Execute. Text. Use the pounce outside of prowl. Interesting. Hitting 3 or more targets with Whirlwind triggers another swing that deals 40% weapon damage. It can only trigger from main hits. That is a two-handed Whirlwind build if I ever saw one. That is so damn strong. Yeah, that makes Whirlwind, which already has kind of a limited cleave, pretty good. So just light, just man, there's a lot of abilities here. I mean, he said there's 100 more, but God, actually just reading them. On text reset, cooldown, increase damage, like Divine Storm. Stop making one of the light users stronger! Stop it! Elemental Blast can now trigger Lightning Mastery. Dealing damage element just gets me steering totem by 50%. Triples damage you see. Wait, hold up, what? It's what I mean though, like they want you to use other abilities to like buff your totems. Dealing damage Elemental Blast now reduces casting speed of your steering totem by 50% and triples the damage in magnet totem against monsters for 5 seconds. This effect can now control once more than once every 15 seconds. That's fucking nuts. Man, I've only had that for the last build. Or last time I tried steering totem. I might redo this then. I just want to see, like I said, how much damage I can make Searing Totem do. I might redo this if there's something like Elemental Burst. Interesting. That's an interesting synergy right there. There is like a weird Arcane Mage Hunter hybrid I've been experimenting with on Megamind. That's really interesting. Because then you could use Rune Edge bullets to trigger Arcane Blast, which has a chance, and you can increase to trigger Missile Barrage, and you do Missile Barrage with the auto shot modifier, increase the auto shot. However, you can get a lot of arrows in while getting a lot of arcane missiles in, and with 2 additional arcane blast stacks, that means it actually will hit even harder. That's a lot of power. Casting Blast is going to make your next consume all your rage to increase its damage. I've been waiting for something that makes use of being able to have 500 Fury Rage. This is it. This is fucking it. Right here. This is the shit I've been waiting for. There's Titanic Strike, but I really don't like Titanic Strike, or at least it feels weird to use. This, making your execute consume all of your rage, increase its damage, means your execute, especially if you add it with the other one before, could just destroy people below 10% now. Ruin bosses in execute range. Imagine if you have executing like I'm at 50% health, and you get all of your procs off. You have 400 rage, you go up to 0, and he just fucking dies at 50% health from an execute. You'd be so pissed. I can see execute getting some PvP nerfs. I can see execute getting PvP nerfs. The next one, strike 1 additional times. Overpower chooses cooldown blaze for 2 seconds. Pretty nice for Armed Warrior style build. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Kind of making like a Nature Warrior type build. Cushion blow by 6 times, yeah. Life tap. Life tap gains 5 stacks, but you gain Harvester of Souls. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fell Heart. Melee abilities have a chance to get you Fellheart. Once you use Immolation or outside of Metamorphosis, increase the attack stamina, but you need a Metamorphosis. That's still really interesting. I'm not sure how good that is, since I'm pretty sure... Oh right, Metamorphosis is a temporary buff. Right, no, that's actually pretty useful. Our stay sharp multi aim shotgun can deal extra fire damage for 5 seconds. Hold on, palm raise. Okay. Like I said, I know very specific things, and like I don't know every single ability in World of Warcraft by heart. So there's a lot of things I'm looking at. I'm just like, yeah, sure. Yeah, and here's another thing to like. Here's another thing for the idea of like a nature-based warrior, tank warrior. Huh, that's pretty useful actually. That's pretty useful. So hold up. Parliament of Owls empowers your owl friend 5 times. Ooh boy, that is a boomkin buff. Okay, we're done. And then this other good. This is really nice. I like to look at this. High risk in outlands. If you're alone, you're in a high zone, you'll find particularly deadly monsters. Shut the fuck up, Ascension. Oh no, that works. So the creature deals a lot of damage. Which means if it deals a lot of damage to you, or if it deals a lot more damage. Yeah, it just and increase the scale. A massive overhaul all PPC items goes out with chapter 3. I wonder if those will change Area 52 as well. Dungeon sets, update dungeon set bonuses, update DPS formulas. Also the buff for almost all Burning Crusade weapons. Update spell power of weapons results in a slight net increase on average. Items are filling the stat budget of about if items are buffed, 20% of the items having stat distribution shifted or slightly nerfed. Handful items, mostly mythic plus setting, had their stats shifted on purpose. Items chosen were the worst, or often worse versions of items that already exist. Mostly hard to find stat combination items allow you to play the way you want to play. Station gear is being upgraded more useful and powerful gear. Yeah, this is the thing that was always the case. The only thing you would end up using your faction for, Skryre or Aldor, the only reason you use it for is, words will come out of my mouth, I promise. The shoulder enchants, that's it. That's all you'd use it for. Normal Karazhan's like, yeah. Wait, I'm winning with it. Normal Groll is level 25? Wait, hold up. I mean, granted, they're very limited items, so you probably can't use them on all builds, but that's nuts. That means, because it's really easy to get honored and revered. It's really easy to get these if you pay a lot of money or if you just do a lot of farming. So you can easily get some decent exalted level 27 gear right off the bat, and this is Groll. Interesting. Enhancing value items previously got frankly not very good. Often random, didn't provide a progression. Now we open you'll begin to use them from a current raid tier. Because last time it was only like the previous few raid tiers, but now it's the current one. Now when you open, okay, then you see more. Include like the rings of the Theodore and the necklaces of the Countess. Sunshine Tempest that were previously not part of the loot pools at all. Interesting. When you can effectively use procedure to supplement your end-game gearing on ult, you know, mail these catches between your characters. I remind you has been overall in chapter 3, most experience items are now additive rather than multiplicative, and each has been buffed individually. This means you can still impact by not having exponential bonus and having all modifiers set together and each bonus feel uniquely impactful. For experience bonus has to be balanced around the best use scenario for them now actually strong filling. It's all the modifiers. Oh, they buffed Recruiter Friend! Oh man, they buffed Recruiter Friend now. Active boost. Terms of procedure, more on that below. You know, stronger standalone when prestige. Only example of the hot spots are really better for someone with all these rules, so they just be good all the time for everyone. Yeah. Okay, so now all buffs are added, not multiplicative, which I didn't even know they were multiplicative. Which technically means they're nerfed, unless you have a lot of them, in which case they're buffed. And each one is a little bit more, well, this, you know, I have a few of them which are buffed. So it makes it generally better for people who don't have literally everything in the game. Potion percentage now adds 100% bonus, buff guns is now from 8% to 8% for 3%. Here, I thought the great experience. I thought it was 100% experience. Or experience of us. 200 because additive or 10% bonus goods and 20% 200 bucks for 6%. Each order is still a big effect. In further increasing the effectiveness of these buffs to 30% and praying to 12, this is buffed from 20%. So they buffed prestige leveling even more. Completely new kinds of discoveries. Gear from Master is changing. You now get gear from previously released rate. Only get gear from the previously released. For example, you can only get cars per gear Horde. Once Scroll is out. Master levels up set once the lean goes to Burning Crusade. I will be available at level loot at level 1000. Damn, well, you better get the grinding mana storms. Damn. And just a bunch of down stuff for. Wait, hold on. And loot balance changes. Wait, hold up. You can select the outcome of this involved matches turn to out on day 1? Why? It says connects still because I just want to figure out how to progress to Sunwell Plateau. This lost here is early six to come. Once our low reaches Sunwell, you can do these quests at level 7. Once you hit level 7 immediately, you don't have to wait for the content to be released. That's insane because the stuff you can get from Sunwell Plateau. Now, someone playing matches with Terrence and Al Coldenas is insane. It's insane gear. Al Coldenas. You get insane shit from that. This is not end of the article. There's a lot more. Anything interesting? Yeah, these are all just balance changes. I couldn't. Wow, they really nerfed battle charge. Fuck. I'm just gonna quickly scan through these, see if there's anything interesting off the top of my head. Doesn't look like it. And here's Area 52. Function start with new levels can obtain complicated colonies. Different ways keep doing development while some tips are excluded and dealing to surviving to make sure everything gets enough gear. Yeah, they already have these. I remember that. Teaching gear is such a one else. It's not really found in vanilla, so we added them. And earn honor from Thorn Brother. Wait, hold up. Reputation gear is an essential part of all future expansions, but not really found in vanilla because it wasn't really designed for that. It was designed for getting certain crafting recipes. So we added them in. Earn honor, revere, and exalted reputation from Thorium Brother, Temporal Hold, Tenarian Circle, and Argent Dull. Turning for such classic plus open world. Most things in faction will be well worth the effort. You actually get bonuses. You actually get good stuff from getting these reputations. That's actually pretty massive. Oh, fuck, that means there might be some good shit from Timbermole Hold. Fuck, that means I have to... that means I have to grind Timbermole Hold experience. Fuck. Thorium Brotherhood's kind of annoying, but it's not the hardest thing in the world. Fighting Incendions is really the only way to do it. It just take fucking forever. I hope they increase the spawn rate of them if they're gonna do this. I don't even know how to increase an Iron Circle. That's a really decent ring. Mostly it's a tank ring, that's really decent. Of course, that's not all of them. So, I'm gonna guess, they had to change these. They had to change these. Because, like, Son of Argol, fuck it, they had someone straight up just called Monk. Of course they're gonna have to change it. Demon Hunter is now Fellsworn. Once again, had to change it because Demon Hunter. I'm gonna start calling her something. Here's talking about Bronzebeard. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm kind of curious about this thing. When you do wield one of weapons, you'll sometimes slam hits with slam hits with both weapons on SMF. One second. That also means I'm probably keeping in Titan's Grip. So, once again, the ultimate battle, which one's stronger, SMF or TG? I've been a TG fan my entire life. Fuck you, SMF. I'm never going for you. I don't care how strong you are. You always be weak but pathetic compared to TG. Rend is now starting ability. Slam is now available at level 20. Interview is now available at level 40. Even 44. Heroic Throw is 46. Spell Reflection. Oh my god, you can get Spell Reflection at 50! That's actually fucking nuts. For PvP, well, specifically PvPers, because there's like no way to like reflect spells until you get spell reflection, and like I'm talking about any class can't reflect spells. They can block them, but they can't reflect them. So they can't really punish like long-term pyrocasts or anything like that in PvP. This is massive being able to get this early on. Commanding Shower 56, Showering Throw 60. Okay, they basically made it so you can get all the abilities at 60. Okay. Mr. Kinchant needs you could stack 3 times. Wait, a crossover talent? Hold on. The list of early talents with the second trade like spelling, practical, team, able to choose only 50. Okay, so like I could get deep wounds on a Fury Warrior without picking up deep wounds. Got it. Melee weapons average damage for 60 seconds. Okay. That's actually pretty useful for Fury Warrior, because that means I can pick up things like sudden death from Arms Warrior, sudden death from Arms Warrior, deep wounds from Arms Warrior, flurry from Arms Warrior. That's actually pretty useful. And of course, like, items I really know about. Yeah, let's go for it. I already know about this. Professions. I think now grants experience. They always have, but I wonder if they give more. Yeah. Wait, hold up. Well, someone like gathering peaceably may reward the same as slaying a monster. That's actually pretty important. Arcane strength, weapon. Yeah. I think this is always kind of part of the. Okay, so this was always part of crafting in Ascension. However, it only applied to green items. I think blues did not get the same treatment, or if they did, I don't know about it. But that's pretty good. And of course, being able to craft those. Yeah, and they. One thing is people mentioned a moment ago, they weren't sure which abilities will get together. Newcoming experience while covering a lot of rolling green skills. So especially when you got bored with someone can roll them. Other people choose 100 skills are away in this game, especially when they haven't decided to keep playing. This is a complaint just for people in general. Like, one ability that's always a damaging spell as level. Okay, so this was already in the game, and now they're actually explaining why. It is for new players. They always start with a damaging ability, so they can just get right in it. Okay. I get it now. I'm not 100% on board with it, but I get it. I get it. So if you get that's really interesting actually. You get Tamed Dragonkin. So if you pick a Night Elf and you get Tamed Dragonkin, you just get a Fairy Dragon, which is actually one of my more favorite dragons for Tamed Dragonkin, unironically. It's because I named it Ivy because of Wrath the Righteous. That is interesting. And you get a ghoul if you play human. That's actually massive because ghouls are like one of the strongest PvP mobs. Now level 2 start to trail behind your level. Over time, mobs around you turn to green and fingers and make you stronger with the run you level up. But it also means you give less experience, which I think also kind of hurts people who like. I guess it also hurts people who literally like, in order to make it easier on themselves, just spend like their really hard challenges just grinding mobs in the starting area, which was a really frustrating experience. Could stay, it did not really promote the exploration, the open world, as I was saying before. But you really want to progress. The waves have always scaled to level, never be able to now do some game adventure hunger by leveling up a few levels. Fair enough. I already knew about the Path Ascension stuff. And the mentor overhaul, I'm so happy about this because the amount of people who will hide builds and shit and like strategies just to like, get an edge is so fucking dumb. You could literally have the most perfectly laid out plan, and the second like someone messes up one thing, you're still going to lose. So, God, it was already in the game. Karazhan Crypts was not, but that also means they can actually straight make new dungeons. I think that's really what Karazhan Crypts for, to show that they can make dungeons now. Okay. Whew. That was a lot to take in. But all this really means is that they're just expanding more and more and more. I'd like to show you like what I do have, because I've been playing Throne and Liberty a little bit. I'd like to show you what I do have in Ascension right now. Essentially, I took a break from it. I took a break from streaming in general. But I would have to download things. I don't really have time. How long would it take to download? Like I said, I don't have time. I've got to get to work. But I think my current plan $11 gigabytes. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm gonna update though. So my current plan right now I'm gonna be playing either Megamind as a Arcane Moonkin. I mean, you can't really go back to their spirits though. I could just do the Moonkin Arcane Missiles strategy, especially since Arcane Crystals now actually can trigger their spirits. So I could just do Arcane Missiles, Arcane Blast combo as Megamind. Kind of going back to my originally, like, my most powerful build I ever made in Ascension. Or continue on with Battleman or Fury Warrior as a Titan's Grip user. Oh, but it's so tempting to go Single Mind Fury now that they have Odin's Fury, but it's fucking one-handed weapons only. But no. TG. Also, I want to see if I can pick up that. I also want to see if I can make my secondary. I want to see if I can do an execute style build. Okay, we're gonna pause that because it's actually destroying the stream. Yeah, I know it's funny. So, yeah, I was downloading something, wondering what happened. I'm probably gonna end up playing Fury Warrior. But playing Megamind is really tempting, but I'm probably gonna end up playing Fury Warrior. That's gonna be the plan, so I'm gonna be going into Burning Crusade as a Titan's Grip user. Probably. Either that or an Arcane Moonkin. But for now, that will be the end of this. It comes out on the 11th, gives me plenty of time to experiment and think about what I need to do. Get Dana Steel up to level 60 to be ready to do another Prestige as soon as Burning Crusade comes out. And have them continue to be kind of my farming character for all my Scrolls of Ascension and stuff. So, that is it for now. This is Ballerman, signing off.